Hernandez and Mike Gaffney. Please enjoy the
show. Yeah, what's up, dude?
What's up, dude?
How you feeling?
Feeling good.
Down, Jesus Christ.
Nice day out.
It is, but the heat's starting to get it out there now.
Oh, yeah, it was nice when I went on my hike. It's like fall and shit. I fucking love it, dude. I was on my fucking hammock last night watching Game of Thrones. It's like, I just fucking love it.
It just sounds like the life.
No, it's good.
This is, you want to know why third world countries hate us? It's the fall. I'm drinking a pumpkin spice, sitting on my hammock watching Game of Thrones. It's tough though. I think I got.
No, it's not tough. I think it's great.
I know,
I think I'm more fortunate than third world countries.
Way more.
They shouldn't hate me. I get it. Listen, I won the lottery being born in America. That's why I don't complain. There's a lot to be grateful for, and one of them is fall weather, new hammock, Game of Thrones, on demand.
So you were in your hammock watching Game of Thrones?
Yeah, I got the iPad, fucking
Beats.
Beats,
On your iPad.
Beats headphones, fucking boom.
Nice.
Fucking breezes come by every once in a while. It's fucking.
So you're watching Game of Thrones without your wife?
She's ahead of me, dude.
Oh, okay.
We realized we're gonna try and catch up to the new ones when they come out.
Right.
And we don't see each other enough to try and do this together.
Right.
Like
so
I'm on season 3, episode 6. She's starting season 5, so she's just plowing through.
She's going.
So,
all right. Well,
but yeah, I'm enjoying this fall weather. This is my time of year. This is my happy time.
This is my depressed time.
Oh, really? Fucking leaves changing. Fucking
everything's
fireplace stench going through my neighborhood. Fucking.
I hate it.
You do?
Hate it.
Really?
It makes me so. My favorite time of year is fucking the second week of April. Just like even the last week of March, first week of April, once it starts, like the sky's getting blue, you can open your window in the car, drive down, put the music a little louder. Man, that's my time.
You can put the window down in your car now.
Yeah,
it's
but now
fucking
it's
nice.
going
Sunroof
down.
and shit.
We're going into time to go wrap yourself in a cocoon because it's fucking freezing now. I like coming out of the
cocoon?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I'm so depressed in my cocoon that, like, I fucking miss spring just trying to get out of the hole. It's like it's gone before you know, and it's rainy. It's rainy. It's adding to my sadness. I'm like, all right, seasons are changing. I'm feeling good. Then the rain starts, and I want to kill myself.
That's
again.
the worst. That's the part of spring I don't like. So I mean, but that's the only thing.
See, fall is nice. Bugs are dying.
I like September. First couple weeks of September, but like in about 3 weeks from now, I'm not. I'm gonna be miserable.
No, not me. I like that first snowfall.
Fuck you.
Fucking hot cocoa and shit.
Get the fuck out of here. I can drink hot cocoa without snow. I'm good.
Nah, I'm just saying I like the beauty of it.
Oh, good for you.
Then the next day it's all dirty and everything.
Norman Rockwell. Fucking.
I'm very Norman Rockwell when it comes to snow. I'm very emotional with seasons changing.
Well, that's good. No, that's a nice thing that you get to experience it all. I'd rather just do spring.
Just spring?
I like summer. I don't like the hot days of summer, but I hate winter. I hate everything about winter, man. I just hate it.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of winter, but the only thing I like about winter, I like winter clothes.
Yeah, that's everybody. That's why you start seeing people with scarves now. It's like, relax. I know you want to look good, and not scarf weather.
Brand new bomber jackets.
Yeah, you see it. You see everybody putting on the longer clothes, like the layers, because layers look good. I get it. It's like you're not there yet, though, guy. Yeah, I remember I did a show in stand-up New York, like maybe like 10, 11 years ago, and I had a turtleneck on. I put a turtleneck on. It was like a black turtleneck. It was maybe like the third week of September. And I was hosting, and I brought Pete Dominic up to stand New York, and Pete's like, Mike, a little quick on the sweater weather. It's not there. It's not there.
It's like that Saturday Night Live skit, Sweater Weather. It's Sweater Weather.
Yeah,
those girls, the talk show.
Yeah.
I do. I love sweater weather. Can't say. Anyway, so that's that. I'm feeling good. I'm like emotionally feeling good.
Nice.
Even though my September comedy schedule stinks.
Maybe that's why you feel so good.
Yeah, you know what? I've been talking to a lot of people. Their Septembers usually blow.
Right.
I had a abnormally good summer.
Right.
For stand up.
Yeah.
So But no, it's weird. Like, yeah, I'm sitting home. Like, I've been going out during the week, messing around at Mike's, and but I've been home with the wife, going to dinner, just like being normal. But it's not bothering me.
Right.
Like it used to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now I'm like, you know what? This is kind of nice.
Right.
This is, you know.
I was at Pocono Palace on Friday.
Oh, your happy place.
And
it's like the fall of your life, fall of your comedy career. Or the winter.
Yeah, that's the winter.
That's the long winter of your comedy career.
Yes.
It's always winter at Pocono Palace.
But at this, what I've done the gig 15, 20 times maybe. An amazing set. They were so like comedy fans. I don't know what it was, but they all came out together. They all decided this weekend was the weekend they were going to go to Pocono Palace. And there was only about 60 people in the audience, maybe 70 people. But they were all about stand-up comedy.
It's the fall. They're feeling good.
Okay, I'll go with you on that. But I was talking to Max. Docelli was headlining.
Okay.
And he was just, he was talking about, like, certain bookers not returning his emails anymore, like not getting this place, not getting that place. This guy doesn't call me back. I used to work with him 2-3 times a year. I'm getting nothing. And then he told me about it. I don't want to mention his name on the podcast, but another comic called him. And these are guys who've been doing it 30 years.
Yeah.
And he was like, he told him, he's like, I don't know what I'm going to do. He goes, I have 68 cents in my checking account. The guy told Max.
There's a comic.
A comic.
Okay.
And Max sent him like $50 so he can get some food. But there's a guy who's been doing it,
yeah,
for a long time. You know what I'm saying? And like when he said, like the guy, my knees got weak. I was like, oh, like I don't want to be asking for $50 in 15 years from now. To be honest with you, I don't want to do that. No. No, it's so like I'm just back to you not working this month.
Yeah.
It's like, guys really experience it, like doing it forever. Like, you're not affected. I mean, it doesn't bother you. Like, you're hanging out with your wife. It's like you're getting through. It's fine. You know what I'm saying? These guys are, like, dying.
Well, yeah, it's because probably all their eggs that are in the comedy basket. Yeah. And age is not kind to comedy.
No.
You know what I mean? It's not like, it should be. Because the older you get, the better you are at it.
Yeah. But it's not.
It's not. It's not. Don't work like that.
No.
Like, we don't care how good you are. Are you cute?
Well, there's guys out there. You think about the guys who, there's not a lot of them, but there's some guys who, like even the guys who work the comedy scene in New York. You got those, like a Kevin Brennan and a Nick DiPaolo and even like Jay Okerson. All those guys, they're not little kids anymore. You know what I mean? They're Dave Attell. These are older guys.
Yeah.
So, it can be done, but it's
and you're also talking about some of the greatest comedians that exist,
right.
So it's
exactly.
They have that going for them.
I get it.
Yeah,
I get it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the guys that I'm talking about is not the greatest comedians that ever exist. So,
right. Yeah,
but it just was like, ugh.
That's all. Like that's like what people never put in those stories where they're like, dude, Brian Regan went on a bus, went around the country, built a fan base from the grassroots. They never had a TV show, sells out theaters. It's like, yeah, and he's also one of the greatest comedians that ever lived.
So what kind of comedian?
One of the greatest comedians that ever lived, I'm saying. It's like that's never part of the story.
Yeah, right. They talk about the struggle. See, it's possible. It is possible, but he is actually the greatest comedian that ever lived.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to show me a guy I never heard of that did that, went around, built a fan base that just sells 800 tickets a night.
Right.
I don't know who the fuck he is. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but you're either poor,
yes,
or the greatest comedians ever lived.
Right. No, there is no in between.
There's no middle class of comedy.
There is none. No, there's top 1%. And then there's low class.
Yeah.
There's the gutter.
Yeah.
But you know what's funny? Like you say Brian Regan, but like I'll talk to people who love, they'll tell me how much they love stand-up comedy. And they'll rattle off, I love Seinfeld and Chris Rock is good. And like Louis C.K. is really good. And I'm like, well, did you ever hear Brian Regan? Because that's probably one of the best. Like, no, I never heard of him. Like, oh, he sells off theaters. Thursday, Friday, Saturday of every week.
That's Brian Regan jokes about that. He says, he goes, I'll do. He does 2 shows a night, different hours. Mm-hmm. Sells them out, 1,500 seaters, and he'll go to the Starbucks next door. And nobody knows who the fuck he is.
Exactly.
3,000 people from this area just came to see him, but nobody in Starbucks.
Yeah.
like on the same block as the theater.
Right.
He said it's like the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
And that's a guy. I mean, he is the greatest comedian to ever live. No one knows who he is.
I think he's the greatest living comedian right now.
Yeah,
for sure, no doubt. Like
no
one does what he does.
No
one does 2 separate hours in one night, and they're both killer.
Yeah, exactly.
Where like your fan base pays for both hours.
Right.
Like I'm going to go to 7 and a 10.
Yeah. Well, Sebastian's people come out 4 times to see him just because they love him.
Right, but he's not doing 2 different hours.
No, but they just love him. They're like, I love this guy.
That's why Regan. Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah.
I've been trying to go see Regan. He just falls on nights in this area when it's just I can't go.
Right.
I've been dying to go see him again.
I know.
That's like a guy who I'll pay to see live. He's just
absolutely
amazing. He's a master.
Yep.
Though I can't watch stand-up comedy anymore with any sort of. It's just
like blind eye, like a little kid.
It's just
the innocence is gone.
Totally, it's ruined from doing it.
But not with Brian Regan.
No, not with Brian. That's why I can't see regular comedy shows.
Right. Brian Regan. I mean, even Louis, I can 80% get through without not seeing some like seeing some of the. I like that joke. I like not looking at it too hard.
Right.
For Brian Regan, I just look at it like a little kid. Like I sit there with my legs crossed, like watching, like go, yay, he's up again. Like he's just amazing.
Yeah. Yep.
Bill Burr too. Bill Burr's another guy.
I got to see him live. I haven't yet. I'm dying.
I could just watch him be funny. Just be like, I can just watch that.
I was hoping to see him at the Patrice benefit when I went this year, and he couldn't make it. But Louis closed it out instead.
Oh, okay.
Which was just as good. I never saw Louis before.
How was it?
He was amazing, dude.
Where was that at? That was at in New York, right? The Nokia?
Not the Nokia. I forget the theater, but that was he was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, just I mean, I don't. People could shit talk about it. He did 20. Man, I think he did a half hour actually.
Right.
After about 8 Hammer comedians did time, and like it was like they weren't even there.
Right, that's awesome.
Like that's how good you're. Just like you just sit there, you're like, I stink.
Right. Well, you know what? You got to think like just in.
But he's been doing it 30 years,
and just in general, it's like watch fucking that show on Showtime. I love Sparta, right? Or Spartacus. Right?
Spartacus.
Think about like you're just watching a battle, and it's like this guy just fought awesomely. This guy just fought awesomely. This guy just put a great fight on, and then they just wanted to see Spartacus, like Spartacus, because he's Spartacus. Like so, it's like yes, Norton killed, Bill. You know, all these guys killed. It's like, but that's Louis C.K. We know. I don't. It's not Joe Fernandez wandered out and go
exactly. No, it's Louis C.K. But it still shows how genius he is.
Right. But he has to be good. But you have to be good.
No, I don't measure myself against Louis C.K.
No,
I measure people. I measure myself against people doing as long as I have, and I think, comedy wise, I think my act wise, I'm where I'm supposed to.
Right.
I'm as good as people doing it at the same time as me.
Right.
I mean, I don't have as much. TV exposure or things like that, but I think joke wise,
right.
I feel I feel good about myself,
right,
in my lane,
right.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like people doing it 13 years,
right? No, but Louis, even if he came out, would be Louis, and like, yeah, he's going to be awesome, and people maybe give him some extra laughs that he might not have earned.
No, true. It's the loudest applause I've ever heard.
However, after all the applause dies down and we give him some free laughs, he's got to be funny for another 30.
It was the longest open, like, because it was a surprise because they weren't letting people know that Bill Burr wasn't going to be there.
Oh, okay.
Till the last minute.
Yeah,
everyone's expecting Burr, and then Voss comes out back then and said, "Whatever, Billy couldn't make it. Some flight problems." And people were like, "Buh," like really like pissed.
Right.
He's like, but we were able to get someone to replace him. I think you guys will like him. He's like an up and coming guy. Like, and he goes, Louis C.K. and like the loudest applause I've ever heard in my life.
Really?
And sustained.
Right.
These people went from "go fuck yourself" to "I don't even know how to stop putting my hands together."
How many people were at that theater?
It was sold out. Whatever that holds, it's got to be over 1,000.
Oh, okay, 1,500 like seater. Okay,
probably bigger than 1,500.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it was huge. And it was good. But
sold out.
Oh, for sure. That thing sells out every year.
Yeah. Patrice couldn't sell out fucking Pompton Plains. But what did we do? What did we do with Patrice up in that? What was that restaurant he used to do?
Supas?
Yeah.
Like
30 people.
That's just the way it is. You really appreciate people when they're
I know
alive.
It is. I know when they die.
And plus, he was a polarizing comedian.
Absolutely.
So he wasn't going to be for the masses.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not like.
No, his audience is gonna either gonna love him or they're gonna hate him. There's no.
He could have been if he would have done the right things, like as far as all the TV. He admitted that on some. I think it was Jay Moore's podcast. Like he could have been on so many. Like he could have been on so many television series.
Right, he just didn't play that game.
Yeah, like who's that black comic that plays the piano?
Yeah, Robinson.
They said
that was
like his career should have been Patrice's.
Right,
if Patrice would have done what
wasn't Patrice on that show, on The Office?
Yeah, but everything that came after what The Office with him.
Yeah.
And Patrice is like, I was just lazy. That's what he admitted on the Jay Moore podcast. I was lazy.
Well, that's good. That's what makes him likable to the comedy community. That he's just real. He's not a fucking fake comic.
Yeah.
He's not trying things didn't happen for me because he's like, I fucked up.
Yeah. So I'm curious after the podcast to find out who these unnamed people were talking about.
Yeah.
So Max paid some comics bills.
Gave the guy a couple dollars, to get through some food, but which is, but just talking about that part of the business and and I've always said this and I'll always say it. If you don't think that lifestyle that they're living right now is in your cards as well, then get out now. Because if you think not you personally, if you only think that the top of the fucking pile, the Louis C.K.'s, is where you're destined. If you think that's the only place for you, and that's all you're going to settle for, I would just wrap it up now because you're most likely going to be doing wisecracker gigs until you die.
Yeah, well, I think that's the benefit of us living in even the New Jersey areas. You could put together a little career in a little 4 or 5 states.
Absolutely,
because I remember I was doing it a couple of years. I was doing some gig out in Binghamton, New York for this company that's no longer exists called Giggles. They were out of Florida. They would do these one-nighters. And I opened for a few guys who literally had a bar across their back of the back seat of their car with button-up shirts hung up like their closet.
Right.
And they were just traveling around from gig to gig. And I'm like,
right.
I don't want to be that.
Right.
I'll never be that.
Yeah.
I'd rather just travel locally and do fundraisers than to be that.
Right.
That's a sad life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
They have the dog sharing the car with them. They got like a pet.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck.
No, that's part of it. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, it's like, music bands. You see these rock stars selling out 25,000 seat theaters, but there's the guy working the bar down the block that's got 8 people throwing beer at him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that guy's there too, man. You don't have Led Zeppelin if you don't have the guy in the bar getting beer thrown at him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't have Louis C.K. selling out theaters if you don't have you and me fucking doing the back restaurant gigs. And that's not to say Louis wouldn't have his own fan base, but the machine of comedy, putting it in people's faces at every level is what makes it successful.
Yeah.
You know, making people come out. I like coming out to shitty open mics. I like to watch the comics struggle. Like, I like coming out to the bar gigs. I like, like seeing homegrown comics. There's reasons for the reason why things,
Yeah.
The whole machine needs to keep working. But you have to know, just like you said, you're happy in your lane. You have to know you're not stuck in anything. You can try anything. But you have to be okay knowing that maybe the best you get is $250 a night, the headline.
Right. Well, like I said, really the only thing I can control is how much better my act continually can get.
Right.
And I feel if I just keep working that, at least I'll keep working.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you may not get fame, but at least you have, like, respect of your peers. You'll be getting better. I never wanted to rest on, like, my act.
No, yeah, right. Yeah, absolutely.
Like, that's... Like when I say I'm happy, it's like you know what, I gotta be happy. It's like I never want to be like, I never want like anything I do to dictate my happiness.
Right.
Like career wise, I can't have my
career.
Success be my happiness.
No.
You know.
No, absolutely not.
Like I took some shitty gigs recently for the future that I'm like, hey, you know what? Whatever. There's audience there, and I'm gonna do my show.
Right.
It's not what I want. But maybe I'll grab a fan or two.
Right.
No, you know what I mean? That's the attitude,
yeah.
I think.
You got to take it like that.
Because you can't sit back and wait.
No. That's the way I took the fucking Pocono Palace this week. Like, I went up there and I don't know if it was, I just think it was the audience. Because sometimes it's not, in that room, it's not always the comic. It's not the comics. It's just not. And the guy who books the room, Scott Bruce, when my first couple times there, like he was there like my first 3 times working, and I don't know, and every time he would give me the same speech because he thought it was my first time there, and he's like, listen, when you go up there, you're gonna feel like you're doing horrible. Don't worry about it, you're not. You know what I mean? And like, he was right. I mean, pretty much every time I gone up there, I feel like I've been doing horrible.
If you feel like you're doing horrible, I can't imagine what I'm gonna feel like if I ever work there.
Like, this sounds familiar. No, it's not. But Friday night, man, I don't know what it was. I just was like in the back green room, just wait, like in the dressing room, get dressed. I was like, here we go, let's just go get it done. And fucking, I'm gonna say it, and I don't think he'll ever hear it. But if he does, I don't really care. To be honest with you, I don't know. Why do some comics? A lot of comics, especially like in the urban scene, I think, are very competitive on stage. They're always trying to be the funniest. They're always trying to bury somebody or trip somebody up so they look funny. It's fucking pathetic. Just be funny, man. Who cares who's the funniest on the show?
I hate that too.
Like, you need to be the funniest on the show? You piece of shit, insecure motherfucker. Like, you can't just know you're funny?
I know. We have a mutual friend that says that all. I haven't talked to him in a while, but he used to say it all the time. Like, yeah, how was your show? Yeah, dude, I buried the headliner. He couldn't follow me.
Yeah, why?
Like, that's always his. That's his. That's how he measures it. And I'm like, but why? Why?
Right.
Like, what do you mean you buried him? But like, you always say that. So part of me feels like this is your goal.
Yeah.
And he's a dude who notoriously runs long.
Right, but you know what? Like,
or he never died. Like every show, I killed.
Yeah, never bombed.
Never. Then you must be doing dog shit.
Yeah.
If you're not a risky comedian.
When I used to work at, I'm not at Ha. Some of the guys, when I first came back to doing comedy, like at Ha, like 2009, when I first came back, the guys, that was their whole thing. Bury the guys. Fucking be so fun. Now, sometimes if I'm like really good friends with you, I'm not going to try to bury you, but it's funny if we did that together. Like if you went up there and did amazing and then I buried me like for 10-minute spots.
Right.
We're busting each other's balls. We're good friends. We're best friends. You know what I mean?
It's different.
That's a different thing. It's not competitive. It's not like you need that to go home and be like, Kerry, guess what? Gaffney couldn't follow me. Like, really? That's major night? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
That wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't never call you like, dude, unless I went on a show. Like, sometimes my manager would be like, listen, he's open, he's making you feature, right? To get in the club. And my manager would be like, just bury the headliner. Like, show them that you're not the feature. Show them that you're the headliner. like the club booker, right?
Right.
So, but it's not like fuck the headliner. It's just let me show you how good I am.
Right. You're always doing the best you can if you happen to. It's just, but like it's the like you would. Like you, if you went to a show and then you did so well that the club said, "Yo, we're headlining you next time," you're never gonna come to me and be like, "Dude, I buried that headliner."
No,
you're gonna be like, "Dude, I had such a good show. They're headlining me next time."
Correct.
That's it. Your mind's at a different spot.
Yes.
See, when the club tells me they're going to headline me next time, I tell them I'm sorry, and they go, "Why?" I go, "Because you're going to go out of business soon." Because every time I get bumped up to headliner, the club folds before I get that spot.
You're going to bump you up to headliner. Oh, so what are your plans for what? Like when you're
like, I'm so sorry, man. What? Oh my God, I fucking fucked up. What'd you do? I don't know, man. I think your business is going to fold now. Every time I get this opportunity, it's curtains. Curtains, I tell you.
That's funny. So the host at Pocono Palace, the lineup for Friday was the same exact lineup that when my daughter came 6 months ago and I ate it.
Uh-huh.
The same lineup. Host, me, Dolcelli. The host went up and he does... It's trickery, man. It's fucking fake. Day, you're a fucking fraud. You laugh to make the audience laugh. There's no way you're laughing at that joke every time you say it. And if you do, then you're psychotic and you need medication.
This is the host?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're laughing at the same joke every week, that's not natural. You didn't laugh at the joke. You can't possibly think you're funny with the same line every week. You can't possibly. Yeah. So you're forcing that because it's a part of the trickery of the game to make them laugh.
Right.
However, he was doing that and it really wasn't working. He wasn't getting a lot of laughs. Like I said, this audience was a comedy audience.
Right.
So the horse shit, some of the horse shit worked because that room tends to skew urban-esque a little bit, I think.
Uh-huh.
Tends to,
yeah.
So he can do the urban thing, but even like when he tried to urban it up, you could see that they weren't buying the whole. Like they're like, all right, we get it. It's funny because we're black. I get it, but we ain't buying the whole thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've noticed in my experience with black comedy rooms, like they like authenticity, and I find that black people sometimes do worse. They give them like a lot like harder time, like an urban room. Like you're not going to play that shit up to me,
right? But I've been in some urban rooms where that stuff just crushes.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So in this room is one of them that he can really whip them into shape.
Mm-hmm.
Which is what I don't care what you're doing. That's not the part. Like if you are speaking to the people who to the way you know you're going to get these people to laugh, that's fine. I don't care about that. That's fine. You figure out a way to make people laugh. That's fine. Whatever you got to do. But the laughing to make them laugh, it's like I forget what interview it was I heard years ago. People will be listening. You know, people are watching a show and they're laughing. When they leave, they're like, I think I had did I have fun? I don't know why I felt like I don't know what happened right there. Like you were tricked into it.
Well, because it's just like that. Like, yeah, it's like because the joke's not funny and you made them laugh.
Yes.
It's just all those tricks that make, like Jerry Seinfeld used to say, like he said he cursed early on in his career, or like he'd see a guy he thought was funny doing a joke where he says the word fuck.
Yeah.
And he goes, take the word fuck out. Is the joke still funny?
Right.
And he goes, when it's not, it's like that. They're laughing at fuck. They're not laughing at your idea.
Right.
If you can't say it without motherfucker, and it's still, you know what I mean? It's just like if you can't say it without doing that little laugh, it's like all these things other than your words that make the joke.
Yes.
That infuriates other comedians.
Right. So yeah, exactly. If it's the thing that makes it, if the thing adds to the joke, like I was watching an episode of Johnny Carson on a 1983 episode, and it was Paul Provenza was on it.
Okay.
It was his debut stand-up comedy, 1983.
Uh-huh.
And when he first went up there, you could see he was nervous. But then about 2 minutes in, he started to... And he was very animated, but he was very animated and very act out. but his jokes were funny.
But animated and act out's totally different.
But like his jokes were funny though. The word like I thought about. So he did this joke, and I tweeted him, and he retweeted it and favorited it. He did a joke. He's like, when you graduate college, there's a reason why they give you the diploma rolled up, so you can see the front of the unemployment line.
That's a great joke.
Great joke, man. I thought that was a great joke, and you don't even need to see him do the
right.
You don't need to see him do that. The words did it, but he did the act out too, and that made it just as funny.
Right.
But like, yeah, the trickery of. And then they go, I guess we're laughing. You know, it's just trickery.
Yeah, it's just like when people go, that guy knows what I'm talking about. Or like, oh, you laugh at that, but what about, it's like, have you ever seen them do that and they don't even laugh? The crowd don't even laugh.
Yeah.
The comic's so used to saying, yeah, but you think that's funny. Well, so wait, you didn't just laugh. You're still using the line? Like, you're not even aware it. You're so mechanical. You're not even aware that you're bombing.
Yeah. Right.
When you see comics like that, they like actually bomb. They're like, fucking hot crowd. When they come off, you're like, hot crowd. Hot what? Your chest from bombing? Hot comic? Like, yeah. Like, what the fuck was that?
So this guy is not doing great. Even me and Max were like, oh, he's not really getting a lot of laughs. And it wasn't on him. We don't put it on him. It's just he wasn't getting a lot of laughs.
The host.
It just wasn't working as well as it normally does.
So he's probably laughing harder. He was probably pushing his laughs harder.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I think he was pushed. So he brought me up. But right before he goes to bring me up, he puts the microphone on the stand. He's like, okay, guys, we got to start. Now, you guys aren't really big laughing tonight. Not a lot of laughing. He's like, but now when these guys come up, I'm going to need you to laugh. Now, listen to this horse shit. Just listen to this.
Okay.
When these guys come up, I'm going to need you to laugh because they got to stay up here the whole 30 minutes. And if you don't like them, they can't leave. So if you don't like this next guy, he got to stay up here the whole 30. So try not to, like, you're already telling them. To like this next guy's gonna be tough, so that's what they're saying. That's what that's saying.
That's awful.
That's fucking awful because you sucked up front and you didn't do great. You want to make sure the next guy does just as bad. So you're giving him what just happened to you. That's gonna happen to him, but even worse for 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's like amateur shit, man. I've had hosts go like, you see them like having a hard time. They're like, yeah, good luck with this fucking crap. Like talking to me from the stage. Hey, right. Joe, have fun up here.
Right. So
it's like, why don't you just take your bomb like a man and let me go up there without setting it up like that?
Well, you got to put me in a hole because you're in a hole.
Exactly, because they're in a hole. They want everyone to be miserable.
Correct. So then he goes, all right, we're going to bring the next comedian up. This next guy, you've seen him. I'm going to do it just like he did. You've seen him on last season of Star Search. Oh, wait a minute. Not fucking Star Search. Man, Star Search. What am I thinking, Star Search, man? Not on Star Search, man. He went on Star Search. That's like a long time ago. He wouldn't be on Star Search. What the fuck was I saying, Star Search? That's crazy. Anyway, the next guy, you've seen him on Last Come and Stand. That's a different show. That's not like Star Search. That's a lot different. That show's a lot different. You've seen him on that. And you've seen him on two episodes of Law and Order. What the fuck are you talking about up there? What the fuck are you talking about up there? You've been doing this shit over 20 years, and this is what's coming out of your fucking asshole?
Star Search. What the fuck?
So I went up and I was like, I don't even think I've watched Star Search. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. And I'm like, and then I said a joke about the place, and it got a laugh, which sometimes it doesn't. And I'm like, okay. I did one more joke, like real quick, got a laugh. I'm like, oh. And I said, was he saying something about I'm not going to have a good time up here? And they laughed. I'm like, I'm going to have a fucking awesome time up here. And the whole place clapped. I'm like, I'm not even worrying about it. I said, and if I don't have a good time, there's a bunch of mirrors in the back. When I get out of here, I'm going to go look in the mirror and say, dude, you're awesome. Fuck that group. And they laughed at that, and they clapped at that. And I was like, oh, get the fuck out of here. And I had a great set. So good, I did 31 minutes, not my normal 29.5.
Oh, bragging.
Normally I do 29.5 there. Like
29.5.
29.5, I'm right off. Done. But this one, I was feeling it, so I got to 31. But I don't know why that happened. Like the one time, this comic hosted, and right from the beginning, you could see his fucking faggot ego. Right from the beginning of before the show started, it was a horrific joint. It was a fucking boathouse up in a camp. And he comes in, and I'm with Rodney Laney, and he comes in. He's like, "Hey, what's up, guys?" He's like, right off the bat, his little faggot ego can't handle that he's hosting. Right off the bat. And this is another fucking guy's been doing it probably 18 years.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. His little ego can't handle it. He's got a host. So he comes right in off the bat and says, yeah, I had a free night. I called Linda. She put me on a show, She made me host, but I don't care. It gets me out of the house. Like, all right, relax, bro. You normally headline. Who gives a fuck? You're in the mountain with us, too. Who cares? Just do the show. So he goes up and does 18 minutes of all crowd work. All crowd work. Not a fucking joke out of his hack ass. All crowd work. And it's a group of people who all know each other. About 80 people who all know each other. So he's going around, Linda, Jimmy, Joey, Phil, fucking, and he's got them all. And the whole place is like, Phil, Joey. It's just eruption of a giant roast at the boathouse.
Ugh.
And so I'm like, it is what it is. I'm going to go up and do my act. And usually the host would set the stage nicely for you. Go, all right, this next guy, you just saw him 3 weeks ago on anybody watch Last Common Standing? People, yay, we love Last Common Standing. Well, you just watched him 3 weeks ago. And this just goes to show you that show does nothing for your career because he's here in the boathouse along with us. That's how he brought me up.
What a dick.
That is a piece of shit fucking jealous move.
Yeah. That
is a guy trying to bury everybody. And I'm not going to lie, he buried me. And although Rodney's a good guy, but Rodney's been doing it so long, and he don't give a fuck how he did. In his mind, he did great.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Rodney doesn't give a fuck what the audience gave him or didn't give him. And Rodney always does good, but in his mind, everything is great.
Yeah, that's the attitude you got to take. When it's you and then when it's the crowd. Correct. You're like, I gave everything I had. They just weren't eating it.
Yeah. So he did. I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, he would do. I've seen Rodney do a 10. I've seen him do everything else. He did about a 6.
Okay.
I did, if I squeaked a 2 out.
Yeah.
Okay? For 30 minutes. Scumbag host did a 12 up front, and then between did 8 more minutes. 3 applause breaks. They fucking loved him. Loved him. So his job was accomplished. He made everyone love him, and he buried everybody. And it was from the time he walked into the fucking boathouse, he was not happy that he was hosting.
Yeah. I've seen that before.
It's pathetic.
It is pathetic. It's not like, let's all do a good show tonight.
Yeah.
Especially as the host, you're like, show's not about me. Let me get it ready for the other guys. Let's have a good show. Right. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I feel like a lot of comics, there's a camaraderie, but some there's that competition, and it's usually like someone who thinks they should be where they're not.
That it comes from guys who think they should be somewhere they're not.
Right. Yeah.
Most of the comics I interact with, most comics in general, I like a lot.
Oh, me too. Yeah. There's just a few.
There's a few that you're like, ugh.
You're like, why do you like? Yeah, just don't like them.
No. And then I had to do Looney Bin on Saturday. And in defense, I mean, the place, apparently the air conditioner broke. So Saturday was a very muggy, hot day.
Very.
So inside the club, it was probably, I want to say about 80 degrees, maybe 85.
It's not good for laughing.
No. They had 3 or 4 table fans blowing. Not good for sound.
Definitely not good for sound.
And their sound system was supposed to be set up, before the show starts, but the host decided to not really care about the sound until the show started. And then there was no adjusting and no more sound work. So the sound was, you couldn't hear unless you put the microphone right to your face. And I don't do that. That's not my style.
Right.
So, like, my normal style...
Your microphone's usually at your belly button.
Correct. And it needs to be picked that up.
Mike needs a huge pickup pattern from his microphones.
But I was getting none, so only when I would come up here. So that, other than that, the heat and the sound was a little off. I had an okay set. The first 20 minutes was very good. I was in the last 25. It was okay.
Ain't it the worst? I hate that when you get up there and it's going great and you're like, this is great, and you're like, whatever. They're just like tired at like 30 minutes, and you're just like, your 15 minutes are like, your last. You're like, what the fuck happened? You just want to be like, what the fuck happened?
It kind of took a turn and just dipped. But I listened to my recording. I felt it was a lot worse than it was.
Yeah.
And I listened to the recording, and it wasn't as horrible as I thought it was. And the owner had said, I'm like, I'm sorry, I think I lost him. He's like, I don't think so. I was like, I felt like I lost him. He's like, well, you're a professional, but I didn't see that.
Yeah, we're always our worst critics.
Yeah, so, but there's the guy who hosted, we're just talking about that, like, that ego thing. The guy who hosted happened to have a night off. You know what I'm saying? It just worked out that he had a night off. So he came in, do us a favor. You know what I mean? I'll jump up on the show. I'm going to host.
Ugh.
So I'm going to do roughly 18 minutes of extremely unfunny comedy in the beginning. And then
That's funny if he was actually making that choice.
We'll
do 18 minutes, extremely unfunny.
I believe he was making that choice.
Yeah, that'd be great, though. That's a good character.
And then he brought up a guest spot who is a friend of his from Colorado, this girl. She was a nice girl, and she did 5 minutes, and you could see she was fine. She did fine for 5 minutes. I mean, it's a little guest spot.
Yeah.
Then he brought up the feature. The feature did 35. And then after the feature, right when the feature's on, he's like, I'm not going to do any time. I'm going to bring you right up. I was like, all right, good. Because the show will be at an hour.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Roughly. So, yeah, bring me right up. As he goes in the room, the owner's like, he's going to do a little bit of time in the middle. I'm like, all right, Tony's going to bring me right up. He's like, nah, he never does that. He's going to do some time. Goes up with a black ventriloquist puppet.
No.
Yeah.
No. Just to do racist jokes?
Just to do racist jokes.
Oh, God. Could someone punch these white comics with their black fucking puppets already? Enough. Enough of you having a reason to do racist humor by making your puppet black.
Yeah.
Oh, I just can't take it no more.
It was 10 minutes of that.
Oh, God.
And it was long enough that the host was, the owner was like, light him. What the fuck is he doing? I'm like, what's he doing? He took whatever energy was manufactured from the feature for 35 minutes and sucked it right the fuck back out with his black ventriloquist doll. That's what he did.
Wow.
And
how many people were there?
I would say maybe 60.
Yeah. I'm shocked that racism didn't go over well there. I'm trying.
If it did, I didn't hear it go over well. I was
okay. No, I'm just shocked. I mean, I've performed there, not there, but other places in that city.
No, I know, but I also think has to be good.
Has to be good, yeah.
At least decent. And I don't know. I mean, I watched some of the set. I didn't hear a lot of laughs in the beginning, and even when I was looking at the owner and the feature, I was like, oh, it sounds like they're dead in there. Like before the show started, they were dead. And I was like, wow, they're not really. He's not whipping them into shape with whatever the fuck he's doing up there. And he's bringing people up, talking from the stage, doing fucking. That is not host work, man. Host work is not bringing people on stage and doing interactions with people on stage. That's not host work, man.
No.
That's fucking headliner work. You don't bring people up.
No, I don't.
You don't do ventriloquist dolls for a host of a comedy show. That guy fucking headlines.
Right.
And even if he's not good enough to headline, that's where he goes. Sorry.
Right.
But he didn't. He was right up front. I don't run the show. I'm not putting the show together. But I could see even the owner was like, ugh.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But whatever, man. It's
just weird. Those people that do, like, you don't know how to put the right people on a show sometimes. You know what I mean?
He had said it was last minute, and he was gonna use a local comic just to host. And I'm like, I didn't say it to him. I'm like, I really wish that would have worked out, because the local comic would have made it a show, and he would have done 10 minutes up front like a local host does. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The feature went up and did 35 minutes.
Why don't you call me next time? I could probably whip up a local MC for you last minute.
Yeah.
Probably grab any of these young Jersey guys that will just do something proper for you.
You just want to show. I mean, the feature did his job, and you just want to show.
That's like one time I had a feature for me that was like a warm-up comic, which is fine, but it was like they set up almost like a newlywed game, like in the middle of the show. It's like, you're married, and they're like doing like this, like, you tell me a secret. I'm like, what? Is there a game show going on before I get up there? What the fuck is going on here? And when you just had this rousing game show about marriage,
and then you go up,
and I go up and tell my stories. It's like, it's just, it's almost.
And listen,
it's as if I went and did stand up at a fucking game show. I'd be like, "What's this guy doing?"
Yeah, the owner. It was like a last minute day. I could tell. I'm like, listen, I could tell from the owner's face, and when he was talking to me, like he wishes it was a different lineup as well.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he wasn't like, this is the way I do it, man. I don't believe that. Like when he went up with the ventriloquist doll, I'm like, he's going up with a black doll. I gotta follow a black ventriloquist doll. The owner was like, you should have no problem, believe me. Meaning, it's not going to be funny, so don't worry about it.
Right.
So he wasn't really, you could just tell, you know what I mean? Like the owner wasn't doing it like, this is a perfect comic for this event.
Uh-huh.
You know? I just wish it was a little different. But, again, I listened to my tape, and it wasn't as bad as I thought the whole night was. I just think that whole night was on my nerves.
Right.
You know what I mean? So then I go up there and I'm like, oh, God. Come on. Whatever. Get me out of this business like this part of it. Get me somewhere else, please, God. If you can hear me, God, talking, can you get me some other bookings?
No.
Thank you.
Whoa, who said that? I don't even... Must have been God. Came out of nowhere.
So, anyway. How was your weekend? Was home? Did you go out? Did you go to movies?
Did some dinner. Went to, been going out to dinner with her. It's nice.
Right.
She started coming on hikes with us on the weekends. That's nice.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's good.
Yeah. Fucking talking and shit. Relationship shit. It's like, it's nice.
You gonna write a relationship book with that?
No, I'm just
Pearls
saying.
of wisdom you just dropped on me?
No, I'm just saying.
Talking shit like with your girl. It's nice.
No, a lot of times we see each other in passing.
Yeah, I know.
How was your day? We have like 10 minutes before we're exhausted. We go to bed, but it's like,
right.
Wake up. She's like, and you want to go hiking? She's like, sure. And you just talk. We're just talking. You're like, nice. This is nice.
Yeah.
I missed it. I live with you, but I actually missed this.
Right.
This talking shit.
Yeah. That's good.
But yeah, so just chilling and trying not to focus on negativity.
Right.
That's just really where I'm at.
Right.
I got some gigs coming up in the next couple weeks.
Yeah.
So.
Where you at this weekend?
Nothing this weekend.
Me neither.
I got nothing this weekend. Next time I have gigs is I'll be in the city on the 20th doing 2 spots.
Nice.
And then I got the myeloma walk, which I want to promote. If anybody not that I want to promote, I guess promote it. If you go to my Facebook page, I've been sharing a link to any listeners or followers on Facebook. I put together a team. For those that don't know, my wife has multiple myeloma. She's in remission, thank God. And we do the walk every year, the 5K walk, to raise money for that. And, if you go on my Facebook page, I post a link. Some people donate $5, $10.
Right.
And, if you walk, it's like $30. Whatever. Just something.
Right.
So if you're if you want to donate to that, do it, but don't feel obligated to. I just put it out there. I always feel weird asking for donations. I know people are tight with money, and I get it. It's like so, but I'm like, I need to put it out there to try and raise money.
Yeah. Now it goes towards the foundation.
It goes towards like research.
Like that. Yeah.
But this one, this one actually, like the majority of it does go to research. Sometimes a lot of charities, like by the time you pay everybody, nothing. Like this, like 90-something% of it goes to research. Okay. It's like literally like to a specific researcher.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Not we're just going to go into this big corporation and hope they come up with a pill.
Right.
It's like they pick a new researcher like all the time, like every year. So that's that. Cody will be there, so you can get photo ops with the dog if you're a fan of my corgi. And
when is that?
That's September 24th.
Okay.
It's at like 8:30 in the morning.
Well, there's all kinds of stuff that don't add up for Mike Gaffney.
Nah, you've been very supportive of us from the day one of diagnosis. So we don't expect any more from Mike Gaffney. He's done 20
in the morning and walking. It's a lot of stuff. Now, if you could do 8 at night and sitting with coffee, I mean, I'm in.
Night walks.
I am in the what is it? How's it? What's it called?
The myeloma miracles for myeloma walk.
Yeah, I'm in for the miracles for myeloma. Sit and have coffee. I'm all over that. I will help you raise the fuck out of money.
Yeah, there's all types of ways. But yeah, at the end of the month, I have 4. It's nice. It's like 28th, 29th, I'm headlining Uncle Vinny's. Then 30th and October 1st, I'm opening for you at Stitches. So it's like, bam, 4 days in a row.
That is this month.
Yeah, working good clubs. And that's your first time in Lancaster, right?
Huh?
That's your first. I performed there for years. This is my first time back, probably in about 2 years or so.
Oh, yeah.
They're always awesome audiences.
Right.
They're just like these working class, just people like ready to laugh.
Yeah.
It's just fucking. I've been there where there's fucking 10 people.
Right.
And you're like, I fucking love you guys.
Right. It's funny you're saying that they're a great crowd, they're a working class crowd. They just want to ready to laugh, right? And then like I'm thinking about like a lot of New York comics who that crowd is not what they want to perform for.
Yeah.
They want, and then I think about their crowd. How they would say that. They would be like, yo, man, it's just awesome. Bunch of young guys, just people just hanging out after, just like smart, fucking they're you know what I mean? Like that's what they want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like and they want the guys, and that group will die when they just say their joke, like, you know what I'm talking about? Blah, 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 blah. They'll laugh, but then they'll tell that joke in Lancaster and get nothing.
Yeah.
But I always feel good because I could do the Lancaster and do that joke.
Me too. Right. That's what I feel. Yeah. I go into the city with my road jokes and they do well.
Right. You know because you wrote good road jokes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You didn't do plastic on the furniture road jokes.
Yeah. I mean, what's good on the road is like usually you have longer sets. So like even if you always have time to like save yourself where you're in the city, if you stink and you're like, good night. Like, you can't stretch.
No.
You're like, fuck.
Yeah, that's the one thing in the city. Like you have 10 to 12 minutes. You're like, this is the weapons I'm going to battle with right here. Yeah. And then like you're in the middle of the battle, like these weapons are not doing it.
Oh my God!
You got no more
gun
time.
Gun is jammed.
You got no time to go back into the arsenal and go, hold up, I got a whole nother thing.
No, you just got to take it on the chin and just be like, all right. Fine. Good thing you guys are tourists. Never see you again. Probably not going to our webpage. I'm not promoting it right now. Probably not. I was thinking that maybe. Oh, is that the light? Okay, that's like, good night.
No, it's the waitress's phone. Close enough. I gotta go.
Yeah.
That's when you know a guy's doing bad. Like at High, we would walk in. The waitresses have like lit up like devices to take orders.
Yeah.
And I would walk in just to see what's going on. The waitress would come in with the lit up device, and the guy would be like, "You lit? Is that the light?" I'm like, "Nah, bro. I didn't pull no light out of my ass. Keep going." You got some time. You didn't light me? Nah. You're up there for 4 minutes. No light.
Yeah. You sure you tell me 40? No, 4. That's 4 minutes. Felt like 40. I think you forgot. Sure your show's not over?
I used to love the old Ha when Rich Schultz would be on stage, and I would poke my head in and he'd be eating it. And I would look at him and he would just say, like, he would, right from the stage, like, you have to come in now? This is when you have to come in now? And I'd like just look at him and I'll just give him like the proverb, like the disappointed dad head shake. I'm like, and he'd be like, fuck you. And I'll just walk out.
That reminds me of a funny story that Norton tells on Opie and Jimmy, where like at the cellar they used to do this to each other. They'd sit in a room, and if it's a packed crowd, if the comic said anything that could be controversial, they would go, oh, and like make the whole crowd do it.
Yeah.
I find that to be, oh, no, you didn't. And then the whole crowd would go, oh.
So he would do the oohs and ahs and make them.
Yeah, it's just because you know you can entice a crowd by doing that.
Absolutely. You can influence them by going, like, oh, talking about moms? Ooh. That's funny.
Dude, I learned something about myself yesterday. I am not good at betting on football.
Why, did you win no games on your ticket?
Well, I joined this whole it was $100 for the whole season.
Is it a suicide league?
No, it's not suicide. It's just week to week, most amount of picks.
Okay.
But I did learn one thing. I'm great at picking the first half of football games.
But they play 4 quarters.
They do play 4 quarters, but I'm telling you, man, if there's ever a fucking betting league that ends at halftime, I'm a fucking genius. Wow, dude, these teams were killing me yesterday. Like, at halftime, do all the first games, I'm like, this is great. This is great. And then they all shit the bed. Like, at the end of the game, too. It's like, like there was one, I'm like, got that one won. There's only 30 seconds left. Apparently not. Apparently not. Thank God I don't bet real money. I mean, $100 for the whole season.
Right.
And there's 3 prizes each week: first, second, and third. So first is $250.
Nice. Okay.
And then down.
Yeah. Is that how it goes? Third place is more than first.
That would be great. Then
you'd be killing it right now.
Oh, if last place was better than first, I'd be kicking it, killing it right now.
How many games did you win?
Let's see. Let's count the ways. The winner won 13 games.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Well, I mean, no, Monday night. There's 2 Monday night games, so
he won 13.
Yeah, the best the people below him can do is tie him.
Right.
If
so
he loses both.
What do you need to do? How many games do you need for Monday?
Okay.
Like how many games?
I need 2 Monday night games to get. I need 8 wins tonight.
You only have 2 though, so
I need 8 wins to tie. And I need the top guy to lose tonight. Both games.
You need him to lose his game, 2 games.
I need the 2 teams tonight to lose 4 times. Yeah, I got 5 wins. So he has 13
wins, and you have 5?
5. But I'll tell you what I could have had.
Do you get could have had money?
I did start off in the hole because by the time I found out about this league, the first game on Thursday already happened. So to buy in, I already take the loss.
Oh, okay.
So I was already at 1 loss. So.
Yeah.
But you're like, whatever. I picked Atlanta to beat Tampa Bay. They lost. 31-24.
Yeah.
Oh, San Diego lost in overtime.
Yes.
Had them. Who the fuck's calling me? Hold up. Let me pause a second. And we're back. So, yeah, football. Basically, I'm not going to run down all the games, but a lot of them fucking came from behind the win and fucked me over.
Right.
Which is like,
yeah.
But I could have had at least close to 13.
Right.
With my picks. It was just like the New York Jets fucked me over. The fucking New Orleans Saints fucked me over by losing in the last minute. It's like, are you... Ugh.
So did you win the Giant games? You picked the Giants?
I picked the Giants.
Is it just win-losses?
Just win-loss, which
nice.
is even easier.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Whatever. But hopefully week 2... But it definitely makes football Sunday more fun when you have a little you know.
You know what I did last year? FanDuel.com and that website. I don't know, but you could do week to week, so it's not like you have to be in this fan league. You have to have a team every week. You could pick by 11 o'clock. You could pick your teams for the week, your guys, and everybody. You know what I mean? And like,
what's it cost?
Whatever you want. You can go $5. You can do a $5 tournament, and there might be 100,000 people in the tournament. Top prize, $10,000. You know what I mean? Okay. Like that. It's a tournament, big tournaments.
So it's not something you have to stay in. So you can do it just for Sunday and win money on just that Sunday.
Correct. You can do Monday games. You can do Sunday night, Monday night, like those 4 games, and just pick those 4 games. Yeah. And you pick your players for those 4 games.
Yeah, they had a lot of controversy last year. I wonder if they cleaned all that up. Those like websites about fucking like because there's no transparency. Like they could fix the fucking They could have somebody on their team as the winner. Like there's no independent verification. Right.
Absolutely.
So like even if you won, they could be like Steve won. Who the fuck's Steve?
Yeah.
You know?
Right. No, he could be your guy who works for them.
Exactly.
Right. But playing that made me realize how I don't know anything about football because I'm picking guys based on numbers and like my whole you have points. Like the winner would normally have like say 110 points for the weekend. I would have like 22 points for the weekend. Like what the fuck? I would be nowhere near ever.
Right.
One time I won $7 in a tournament. One time I got lucky. I won 7.
Yeah.
A $5 tournament, won $7.
But it was fun, right? You're like, I fucking won.
Yeah, it was fun. It's fun just looking at the scores.
Yeah.
Like and having a reason to watch the scores. Like I'm not a big football. I watched football this weekend. I watched the Cowboys because the new quarterback. I just want to see how he was. He was really good. I liked him. I like the excitement around the Cowboys. I don't know if young new players have as much of an influence on a team as like baseball. Like the Yankees were on a roll with all this young new blood having fun.
I love it, dude.
Does the same thing happen on football when you have all these young new players, or is it like you need some veteran talent really on football?
We always need a mix. Like there's some new players on the Giants, new signings that were just fun yesterday, like energy.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But you do need the veterans to like
steer them and steer the ship a little, right?
Yeah. I think football's a little different because baseball's baseball. Football the play it's just so different. Baseball's played the same by like every team.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think like veteran leadership,
right?
You know what I mean? Is like is like really what
drives football.
Yeah. Veteran quarterback. It's a football. Football's all about the fucking quarterback.
Yeah.
Either a killer defense or a killer quarterback.
But like, if the team gives the quarterback all the respect and says, "Yeah, this guy's our leader," that quarterback just has to be able to take it and be like, "Yeah, I am a leader," not be like, "Oh, am I a leader?" Like, you know what I mean? Like, you need to be like, "I'm the fucking leader."
Yeah, that's the ultimate team sport, though, because it's literally each play. If not everyone's doing what they're supposed to, it's not going to happen.
It doesn't. It breaks.
Where like baseball, it's like the pitcher.
Yeah, no,
it's like
the pitcher catcher, and then if someone,
you have to have defense.
But if they drop the ball behind him, maybe someone can pick them up. You know what I mean? Like and throw it. It's not like
football's like a machine, like with gears together, and it's like if somebody fucks up their assignment, it fucks up the whole thing.
The whole thing. Yeah, if one guy pulls off the wrong block, the whole play crumbles.
And you got to do it in such a way where the guys on the other side of the line, they're very intelligent football players, and they can read what you're going to do by like certain movements.
Yeah, yep.
Which is, it just baffles me. Like oh, I knew that guy was going to do that. Yeah. You're like, how? Like, you're amazing. Like, you knew that by, like, I saw him look to the left.
Yeah.
So I know who's going to throw it to that guy over on the right.
Yeah.
What do you mean? He looked to the left, and you knew he was going to throw it to one of the... You picked the right guy on the side. There was 2 guys over there. How'd you know that guy? Well, because I watched tape for 17 hours, and every time he looks 20 degrees up to the left, he throws it to Steve. Like, you guys are amazing.
We're trying to figure out how to hold a hot dog and popcorn at the same time.
Yeah, I'm like, can't they? Why they gotta give me packets? I can't hold the drink, the sausage, and the packet. I want to pump. Can I pump my mustard? Guys aren't really good game planners, are you? Nah.
I went to the Yankee game on Wednesday. Yeah, I'd asked you.
Yeah, that was a good game.
Oh my gosh, it was 2-0. It wasn't a lot of high action, but it was a good game. It was a good game.
I want to try and go before the season's up and see, because they're going to be playing fucking Boston and the Orioles.
I know.
To end the season.
I know. They end the game. I think they end the season with
Yeah, they're playing Boston in Boston and Boston at home.
But I think they end the season playing Baltimore.
Oh, Baltimore?
I think so.
We got to go.
Yeah.
I wanted to go Wednesday to see fucking what's his face from the Dodgers pitch, like the best pitcher in the league.
Kershaw or whatever.
Yeah, Clayton Kershaw, but it's a 4 o'clock game. It's just not going to work for me.
Right.
Yeah, it's like fuck. If it was a 7, I could.
Yeah.
Even arrive a little late. If it was a 7 o'clock game, I could be there. No, it takes 5 seconds to.
It's a 4 o'clock game, huh?
4:05. 4:05. Maybe I can see if Gino wants to do it on Friday. Maybe I can go see Clayton Kershaw pitch on.
If you can find that out, I'll go and see if they have tickets across the street. I never ask for tickets.
I'll find out. I'll find out from. I'll talk to Gino today. I'll be like, let's do Friday because I want to see Clayton Kershaw pitch.
Yeah, I might be able to get good tickets. I don't like to ask. I mean, I never ask, but we asked for last week because my uncle was up from Georgia. Yeah. And they got us 4 great tickets. They always get my niece asks. I've never asked.
Right.
But I mean the people across the street. He's a retired. He was head of the grounds crew. He used to do home plate in the mound. Yeah. So he retired 2 years ago. But his wife still works for Steinbrenner. Right. Still works in the offices. So she always gets tickets.
Yeah, and it's like I want to see Clayton Kershaw pitch, but it's like I'm signing up for watching the Yankees lose.
Yeah.
It's like I want to see one of the best pitchers alive pitch.
Who's pitching against him though?
Pineda.
That's a good game.
No, it's a good game, but I mean.
So you want to see him, Clayton, at his best?
No, but you just like I like to see
one inning of him shut down baseball and then let the Yankees take over.
Oh, I'd love that.
Okay,
I know I'd love that.
All right,
I just want to see him pitch. You know what I mean? Because he's one of the best.
You know what game I was at, man? And it's played on classic baseball still. Pedro Martinez, Roger Clemens. They had a pitcher's duel. Roger Clemens had 12 strikeouts, 14 strikeouts, and Pedro had 11. They went to the 9th inning. We lost. Yankees lost. Roger pitched the top of the 9th, and gave up a 2-run home run. But it was like a one-hitter. Yeah,
but a fun game like that. Yeah, it sucks if they lose, but
it was amazing.
Good game, you know.
I mean, you're talking about this is 1990. You know, this is 90. No, it's like 2002, I think. 2001. 2001, maybe.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like in fucking Clemens and Pedro Martinez. That was the heart of the Yankee rival. That was before Boston won their World Series. The stadium was packed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And just like fucking every pitch was like, it was fucking awesome.
It sounds awesome.
Yeah, it was so good.
Yeah, I want to go in the nice fall weather.
Yeah, I don't mind fall when I'm going to watch baseball.
I remember that day we went and it was like
750 degrees.
Easy 700.
That's where those seats right there. That's like no shade. The sun is sitting next to you.
I bought an overpriced Yankee hat just to get fucking relief. Yeah. I'm like, I don't care about food. Give me some shade.
Yeah, we didn't even want to eat. It was just too much.
Guys selling any umbrellas?
It was brutal.
It was ludicrous.
Ugh. Yeah, I remember once NA put a show together, like a trip together. Mm-hmm. We went out. We were all sat in the left field bleachers. It was like August 3rd, like the day that sun ruled the world. You know what I'm saying? And like it's just not a cloud. You're like looking up. There's no clouds up there. Yeah, and it's just sun and just at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
It was like Mojave Desert weather.
Oh my God, I was dying. I was like, this is not fun.
Nah, it's not fun. That's why whenever I try to, when I go buy tickets on StubHub, I try and get the loge section.
Yeah, that's shade.
Right in the middle. Shade, or if it rains, it's like I'm set. I'm good to go.
You know what seats I want? I'm going to go on and look. You know like where you go get the food and there's like those benches you could sit, and there's like not like you could sit on those little benches.
I did that with Justin.
That's an awesome seat, man.
It is. It's an amazing seat behind home plate. Here's what sucks about that seat. They bother you all game asking to see your ticket.
There? Yeah.
It's like ludicrous. They just come. Can I see your tickets? Can I see your tickets? Can I see? You're like, bro, are you kidding me?
Right.
That's what sucks about, because it's so easy for someone just to sit there.
Yeah.
They just bother you all game.
But I went to a game, and it was an NA game, and they had the upper deck, way upper deck, left field foul line, upper deck. So I just walked down and under the first overhang, and there was those seats, and I was at the left field pole, to the section right below upper deck, and it was perfect. I saw the whole game, man.
Yeah.
And the sun wasn't bothering me. I was sitting at that. They didn't bother me because there was no one sitting up there, so they didn't bother.
No one I think's a good perspective. I never sat in yet. It's like it was like that new section that was built like to the side of the bullpen. In right field, where you could just kind of sit and I was like, I want to sit there one time. It's like a nice perspective. You're almost between first base and second base.
Yes. Yeah.
Like in the out, and I'm like, that would be a nice perspective.
Who was I talking to? They were at the same game. They were at the game I was on Wednesday, and they sat there and they said it was great.
Yeah, I was looking for tickets. I'll look for tickets there if you can't get your tickets.
Okay.
If we do go, would you want to get tickets off StubHub? If I get them, yeah. All right, we'll try and go. Even if we don't get Wednesday, we got to go to their next home stands. I think Wednesday is their last home.
Yeah. And I hate it that it's fucking September. We're doing an interleague game. Like, I don't like that.
Oh, you don't like that the interleague is spaced out?
No, because this is playoff run. Let's get some division games. I don't give a fuck about a Dodger game. You know what I mean? In perspective to what we're doing right now, what we need to do. We need to keep winning, but I love to play a game get me up there against Baltimore, Detroit. Let's get those games rocking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. Dodger game. Haven't done that in a while. You know, it's the 30s, but I don't care. They
got the Dodgers feel like, I don't want Kershaw batting. Fucking.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Exactly. On their perspective, what the fuck? I got to put Kershaw. Yeah, I don't want to put him at the bat.
Yeah, we don't need interleague plays all about money.
Yeah.
All about fucking selling shit. Just boo.
Yeah.
It is stupid. Mets Yankees is stupid.
It is.
I mean? It is. It's just, it doesn't do nothing.
It just makes the crosstown rivalry for no reason. I don't know why we even rival.
Well, if the National League would get to the new millennium and have a DH, then we can all have the same rules. But this, like, my ballpark, we do this rule.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here. That's like you're in football. Like, depending on where you're playing, like there's different rules.
Yeah, the quarterback doesn't wear.
We have two quarterbacks in this league.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, we snapped two balls.
Yeah.
At once. And what are you talking?
In our league, the quarterback doesn't throw his ball.
Or what would be? Yeah,
we don't have the quarterback throw in our league.
Yeah.
The center throws the ball for the quarterback in our league.
Yeah, you can't just throw the receiver. You got to throw another guy, and he throws the receiver.
Yeah.
Our league. Well, that's harder. I know. That's how much better we are than you. Just so stupid. And like I argue with friends of mine who are like Mets fans. Like, that's the way baseball is meant to be played, man. It's the history.
Yeah.
It's like, get the fuck out of here. This has changed so much. The history.
I kind of like. I don't like them, but I see. I mean, like, you put all this effort and money into a great pitcher. Let him focus on his job.
And athletes that are good can have longer careers if you have more spots for them, like hitters that can't play first base or something.
Yeah.
Can't play the field no more, but they can still jack homers.
Right.
You know, you still want those guys playing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Like half the time people don't go play in the National League because they just can't walk onto the field, but they can stand at the plate and jack line drives.
Yeah.
Gotta keep those guys.
Right.
I'll get off my high horse. I can't get into everything that bothers me about sports. People hate on me. I have NFL people that want to smash my face in when I tell them what I don't like about the NFL.
Yeah.
They're like, no. They're like, you're a fucking idiot. They're like...
There's some guys who are really football. I mean, I'm not a football guy. Like, I'm not. Just not.
Yeah. I'm not really either. I mean, I pay attention to the Giants all year. I do enjoy it. Like, I was off yesterday.
Right.
And I did watch, like, the first game was the Jets game. I'm sitting home watching it, and Kerry's like, I have to go grocery shop. And I'm like, I'll go. She's like, you're watching the game. I'm like, it's the fucking Jets game. Let's go.
Yeah.
Came back, watched the whole Giants game.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and be like, fucking.
Yeah. No, I don't watch. I can't. I'll watch the Cowboys, and I'll watch like a good. To be honest with you, I don't watch football anymore. Like the Super Bowl, I can give a fuck about. I care less about those games. It just doesn't do anything for me. Even yesterday, I want to see the Cowboy game. Like I was when I watch a baseball game, I very rarely go on my phone.
Yeah,
I really do. I just watch every pitch. I like the game.
Yeah.
During football, every time I'm on my phone and then I look up, oh, that punt, what happened? Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just not that engaged.
That's not into it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, not everything can be water polo. That's the game.
Absolutely.
Love watching water
Glad you
polo.
finally brought that up.
Oh, my God. I mean...
If I can get an afternoon of water polo and synchronized swimming, what?
If you're talking drama, nothing
keeps you on the edge of the seat.
Like water polo. I'm like, I think they're going to drown. They didn't drown. That's your only point system? That's my point system. Drowned or no drowned. Winner doesn't drown.
You know, see that soccer is really getting big again. I'm big in this country now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It really is. You ever hear like Michael Kay and them talking, and they have to promote like the soccer? You can just tell how much, because the Yankees own that club, the Football Club of New York.
Okay,
that's the Yankees soccer team.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah. So they always promote it on Yes, but you can hear that they're not interested in soccer at all.
Yeah.
Like, you got to tune in to watch the – they're like, whatever, man. But it's really – did you see the Atlanta stadium that they're building?
No.
Atlanta Falcons owner Arthur Blank, who used to own a Home Depot, he also now owns the Atlanta Arsenal, maybe? Atlanta Arsenal?
The Atlanta Arsenal?
Yeah. I think that's what it's called.
It's a nice name.
Maybe it's not. I don't know what it is. But they're building a new stadium, like a beautiful fucking dome. I mean, the place is gorgeous. And it's going to be for football, but also the seats are electronic. They'll move out, so it'll be an actual soccer stadium, too, not like a limited soccer stadium.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of places, because they put them in football stadiums, they're limited. These seats will roll back and make it a real legit, like, authentic soccer stadium for their club, the Atlanta club that just came in. They got like 3 or 4 new expansion teams. I mean, like soccer's really taken off. I like watching. The World Cup got me into about 8 years ago. I got into watching soccer here and there, and then the last World Cup got me really into it. Then the Copa got me real. I kind of enjoy watching it. It's a good, fun sport to watch because if it's 0-0 or 0-0.
No.
It's like every time they're pressing, if they score, it's not like a game, like a Yankee game. Oh, the guy just scored 1 run. We can come back. We've been 75 minutes running up and down this field and haven't got shit. This guy just scored. We're fucked.
Right.
You know what I mean? It took us 75 minutes to get to 0. This guy just put 1 point on the board. We have 15 minutes left. We're never going to score.
Yeah. I mean, I'll try it again. I've watched World Cup and was into it. I just, I have a hard time dedicating. I can't even find time for the sports I love. Never mind get into a new sport.
Right.
Like, I love baseball and I have no time.
No.
Like, and I honestly, the radio, I've gotten sick of John Sterling. I'm just ready for a new voice.
I can do it.
I like it. I don't like her either.
You know what? I feel bad for her.
I'm ready for a new voice. I just am. I'm ready.
I feel bad for her sometimes. Like, she'll say something that seems poignant, and John gives her no response. Like, she'll be like, John, I don't know if you know this, but, Clayton Kershaw. He pitched a no-hitter one time on July 3rd, and that was a really good game because and John shows us finish, and he'll be like, and 3-2, like, dude.
He probably covers his mic, be like, "This fucking broad fucking talking to me."
Hey, you been talking to me the whole time?
What?
Fuck.
What? Can we get a dude?
But the soccer thing.
If she becomes his replacement when he does retire, I'll fucking.
She's not.
I'll never.
Come on, relax.
I'll never.
But the soccer thing that I was watching it like a whole thing on Yes was a whole like hour fucking interviews with different soccer organizations and a report on how soccer's picking up in the U.S. And they said the reason why like the older leagues that they tried to make happen here in the States, the reason why they didn't work is because we were kind of like trying to force it and like change the game a little bit. Like they were trying to change the game to like kind of match up to American style. And they're like, you know what? No, it's not going to work. We're just going to let the game play out, and hopefully America will catch up to the style of game it is. Because soccer is huge everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's only second to football in the world.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's got something. It's not the rest of the world is retarded, but they're already on board with how the game is played. We were never on board with that. But now we're slowly have caught up to where the soccer fans in America are more sophisticated. They enjoy the whole intricacies of the game. It's not just...
It's because they're illegal immigrants. That's all. You know what I mean? We're a country of illegal immigrants. That's why soccer's getting bigger. Not making America great again. I'm just saying.
Great. Now I'll have no soccer either.
Trump's not going to... Yeah, Lord Trump is not going to let us have soccer. Or... Dude, I saw the funniest Trump meme. It's so ridiculous.
Right.
It's a picture of Ronald Reagan on the wall and Trump looking at him and saying, I will finish what you have started. I was like, what the fuck? Are these fucking people out of their goddamn mind? Wow. Ronald Reagan would hate Donald Trump, by the way.
Yeah.
He would hate him. He's
absolutely.
But and the Trump would be that type that would... Trump would only say that to his own picture on the wall.
Absolutely.
He's too arrogant. I will finish what you started. I'm like, what type of weird-ass fucking Star Wars fantasy did he's fucking... like he's the Emperor or something? I will finish what you have started. I'm like, I couldn't believe I saw that in my newsfeed. I'm like, ugh.
Do we know who posted it? Somebody posted it for, real?
For real. It's somebody I used to go to meetings with.
So they really meant...
Oh yeah. Oh, they meant it. It was not.
It wasn't an irony.
No, and people love it, and people said beautiful picture, really
Oh my Lord!
I was just I don't even. I was like, what the fuck is going on here?
Did you see somebody I just watched some of these people who repost stories that they've read online, they repost these articles. And the article's not even true, and they put when they caption the repost, finally somebody's waking up. You read the article, it's no, it's not a real story. You fucking retard! It's a fiction. You just reposted fiction.
Yeah, it's from some website called liberalsarcuntrags.com.
Yeah,
it's
and they made up a story that, and there was one yesterday because Hillary was sick, and there was an article. Democrats finally are deciding to replace Hillary as the Democratic nominee. That was the article. Yes. Headlines, and this person was finally they're going to give us a real candidate. I'm like, oh my God, that's not a real thing. That's not a real thing. You retard.
We've lost our minds.
Oh my God.
This country, it just really goes to show how gullible people are. This social media is just through this election. It's just I can't no more. I honestly part of me wants Trump to win just to end this Trump love.
Right.
This like I can't take it no more. I can't take it no more. It's almost like, all right, give him 4 years. Let's
watch this disaster.
Let's watch this disaster.
Yeah.
I tell people, we'll be fine. Someone will assassinate him before he blows up the world with a nuclear weapon.
Listen, he's never going to get that far. He's not. I'm not saying get elected. He's not going to get to nuclear weapon status. He's not going to get that far. If he didn't make it to presidency, just like they said,
Though I did see they did have, there's a guy that walks around with a bag with the nuclear codes, with the president and with the vice president every day. He's in their crew. He's got a bag of the nuclear codes, and they had a guy that used to be that guy on the news, and they said, because everyone's worried about Donald Trump with a nuclear attack.
Right.
How easy it is for the president to launch a nuclear attack? They go, it's designed to be quick response. That's why the guy's walking with the bag. Right. Which is fucking scary.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I gotta hope that the guy that's walking with the bag's like, no, sorry, dude.
Yeah. Like, remember the movie War Games? Like, I'm not turning the key. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, let's hold off for 1 second. Like that.
Yeah.
Anything. But you know how when Obama was elected, before he was elected, they were like, he's going to get in there and he's going to fucking destroy this country with all his thoughts, the way he wants to do things. And then he got in. One of Obama's things, he wanted to close Guantanamo Bay, right? That was his whole thing.
Yeah.
But he wasn't able to do it, right? So this guy, Obama, who was going to come in and pretty much turn the country over to terrorism, and you know what I mean, and destroy our way of life, nobody will let him do anything. He didn't do anything, right? According to them, he didn't accomplish anything. So what are we worried about? Like, the president has no control.
Yeah.
So you're gonna put Trump in, or you put Hillary in, and she has no control. These guys, they get nothing done if you don't want nothing done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's a big fear that, like, if these guys get in, they're gonna fuck our country up. But you've said yourself that Obama was gonna destroy the country, and he didn't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it just doesn't, like, it doesn't matter. These guys mean nothing because the whole system will keep them from doing anything.
Hopefully.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hopefully.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just can't take it no more. I need this election to be over. I can't take it. But I have a feeling it's just going to get worse.
It's got to get worse.
The social media aspect of it. I mean, I've 8 years of Obama fucking memes.
Oh. I don't the ignorance and the ignoring the numbers. Listen, man, I don't know every detail of everything that Obama signed. I have no idea, right? But they talk about how Obama.
Neither does anybody else.
I know that. No, I know. But they talk. But there's people like the political analysts who really break it down.
Oh, yeah.
Those people. Yeah. That's their job.
That's right? The media that are in the fucking pockets of the fucking politicians, though.
Yeah, I'm not even talking about media. I'm not talking about Fox News or CNN. I'm talking about actual people who their whole job is to break down politicians.
Yeah.
Like they'll be able to tell you the real truth if they can not lean towards one direction. They'll be able to tell you the honest truth.
Right.
But some, I don't know all the things, but like they talk about Obamacare is horrible. Oh, it's putting people out of business. But you never hear people talk about how they're out, like the real people who were out of business.
Right.
You never hear them say, oh yeah, this is how it happened. Obamacare made this money go up, so I couldn't afford this, had to turn my lights off, fired everybody, no more. You never hear that. You just hear people saying that's what happened.
Right.
But you never hear the guy that it happened to.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And then you hear from people like me and my kids, I'm like, yeah, man, I'm able to be on cholesterol medication because of Obamacare. I'm able to afford that. So it helped. You know what I'm saying? I would not be able to get cholesterol medicine if it wasn't for Obamacare.
Nothing's perfect, man.
Yeah. But you hear people saying that it's working.
Right.
The only people you hear saying that it's not working are people who are giving you stories of somebody they heard.
Right.
I'm telling you from the experience of a guy who had actually helped. I'm not telling you from a story of a guy who had helped. I'm telling you from the guy who helped. You're telling me a story about a guy who fucked. What about the guy who fucked? Can I hear from him?
Right.
He don't exist. That's why. You're making it up to make your point. He's not even existing. Oh, unemployment's horrible. No, unemployment's actually at its all-time low. No, it's not. Oh, my God.
Depends on what you read.
Yeah.
Depends on what you read.
How about just read the numbers that they give you?
Yeah. Not my family. Not my family. A lot of unemployed people. My family. Maybe your fucking family's a bunch of fucking losers. How about that? Maybe they don't want to work. Yeah, they want to work.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Or tell them to go get that job that they're worried about the Mexican taking. There's you know what I mean? Tell them to get that job.
Yeah. How can I compete with those low Mexican wages? Oh, well, why don't we give them like $15 an hour then? Well, fuck way. That. I ain't doing that. What do you want, dude? What do you want? So you want the shitty job at low wages? Is that what you want?
Yeah. You want us to get rid of them so you can take the $7 an hour wage? I don't want to work for
someone. You're not going to stack oranges no matter what they're paying, dude.
Yeah,
Get the fuck out of here. Just admit you're racist and move on.
That's it, man. Just say you're racist.
Listen, I respect the person. I have a friend who's openly racist.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, he's not a friend. He's more of an acquaintance.
But you know,
openly racist.
I respect it.
But you know what?
I know where
he's got
stands.
The courage of his convictions.
Yeah.
He doesn't. He's like, I don't like these people.
Yeah, yeah.
And here's why. And he posts it. And I almost stay friends with him just because I'm baffled that this person exists.
Right, yeah, yeah.
It's like I watch what he posts and I'm like, wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Now I don't like his comments.
Right.
I don't heart his comments. I don't reshare. But it's like, he's better than you because he's like, I don't like Obama because he's black. You're like, all right.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't agree with you at all.
At least you're honest.
But you're honest. You know what I'm saying? You don't make up other things that it's not real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're not going to make up a story. Oh, the reason why. No, you don't like him because he's black. Just say that so I can be done. And then they go, that's what you all think. Of course, because I don't like Obama, I got to be racist. No, it's because you're racist why you're racist. Not because that's why you're racist. Don't fucking make it like I'm putting you on racism. You're all racist. Did you see the thing I posted the other day about the not standing for the flag thing?
Yeah.
Right? And I am clear when I put it on my wall. When I put something up, I'm not telling you you're wrong for feeling the way you feel. I'm not telling you I'm right. I'm just telling you how I feel. Do not come on my wall and try to convince me that I shouldn't feel this way. This is not open. Freedom of speech does not exist on my Facebook. Right. And I'm not telling you to listen to me. I'm just telling you how I feel. So some guy came on, and he went off, and he said, yeah, freedom of speech, you should be able to say what you say, but some things shouldn't be said at all. Try freedom. Try walking around Harlem yelling racial terms and see how freedom of speech holds up for you then. I'm like, that's not freedom of me. I'm not saying I'm not subject to what happens when I go out to Harlem and say, niggers, of course. That's not freedom of speech. I'm not trying to – what message am I getting out? Hey, someone kick my ass? That's the message I'm looking to get out? Right. But that's the example he used. And he went off saying how – and I put in there clearly, just because the guy's getting paid doesn't mean he has to be quiet. He should stand up for what he believes in. He went off. He should shut up because it's disrespectful and spitting in the face of soldiers. And I'm like, you're taking what him not standing up for the flag as just saying this government needs to fix the racist problem in this country, right? He said it doesn't exist, that we're not there's no oppression in the country that, and I'm like, well, if this all offended you and you believe that, then you're the problem, bro. Right. Well, I wanted to pose the question, what is an acceptable way to protest something in America? Right. What's the acceptable way? What? What's an acceptable way? Tell me. Tell me where you're not, then you should go to another country. Yeah. Why? No, that's not how the country was built. Like, doesn't say if you like or don't like it, get out. What the fuck? That's like. And then we say like, oh, the troop, you're disrespecting veterans by not standing. First off, that thing has no place at a football event. Why are we even doing the national anthem? It's a weird. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's another issue. But it's like, how does that do anything with veterans? You know what I mean? It's like it's weird. I posted some jokes like yesterday when I was home, and I just deleted them because I know they're gonna like cause me annoyance. But one was like. What was I was like it was a true story. I was at an event where there was veterans at, and it was a color guard. Right. And I said, sorry, I haven't done my push-ups for you this week. And they're like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, exactly. Did you see that on Facebook? People doing push-ups for the troops. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the troops have no idea you're doing that. I don't know if you know that.
I don't know. I don't know if you guys know, but I apologize for not doing mine, and they don't.
And then the guy was like, "What?
What are you talking about, you dummy?" So you guys doing push-ups for troops, but not like I don't know, going to a place where homeless troops are to like help feed them.
Right.
You're wait. So you're videotaping yourself doing push-ups. I'm only saying this because these are a lot of people I see doing push-ups hate on Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah.
They're very for the troops.
Right.
I don't understand.
No, like, that's the thing. Like, you got to be for this. But the country was built on being able to say, no, I don't agree. That's what it says in the Constitution. We should be able to question our leaders and say, no, this isn't how we fucking think this should be.
Well, listen, these people, because people are nuts and they just twist everything the wrong way to fit their agenda. Yeah. It's just like if you say you're anti-war, you're anti-troops. It's like, no, I'm against war. I am.
Right.
I feel bad for the troops. I don't want them to have to fight. You know what I mean? I support them if they're there.
I'm also not ignorant. I know that troops exist, that we have to have an army. We have to.
Right.
I get it. We have to have that. And I get some guys join the military because they're desperate and they have no other way to go. Some guys join the military because they really want to be a part of the fabric of this country. Right? Now, I don't agree. And I don't agree with every reason why we put these guys in danger. I don't want them in danger. And I don't agree with every reason why we do. That's not supporting them. They took on an oath. They have to do it.
Right.
They have to, because they can't pick and choose what to defend. I get it. They are an extension of the government. They have to do it. But I agree with them and I love them. I don't agree with why we put them there.
Right.
And I'm allowed to say that.
Yeah.
And I'm not going, fuck the troops. I'm saying fuck the government for putting them in harm's way.
Exactly.
And standing up to the flag, not standing up for the national anthem is because you're saying, you know what? I don't want to support every single thing we do in this country. We are not the greatest place on the planet Earth. We're not. We're fucking dirty. We live kind of dirty. Why don't we at least address it and make an attempt to fix it? It isn't going to get fixed. You're not going to change the way people think about racism. We're not going to change that. But if we can make a little effort to try to make it better, that's what our job is as citizens, is to say, hey, government, can we try to fix this? That's what he's doing. And he's drawing attention to a cause. And then the guy came on to me and he said, we're not oppressed just because there's a couple of random, what do you say, isolated incidences with cops and black people. Isolated incidents.
Yeah.
Isolated. Like, that's the problem. If you can't admit that there's an issue, there's the problem. You're telling all the black people who say, hey, man, we get harassed. No, you don't. No, you don't. There's no problem.
Then, like, well, statistically, cops kill more white people every year. Yeah, because statistically, there's more white people.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? There's statistically more of those.
Yes.
And there's just as much shitty white people.
Right, and it's not about the white or black, right? It's about...
We don't want them killing anybody.
Anybody.
But
if you're in a black neighborhood and you live in a black neighborhood and you live at the projects, there's a law that if you're walking to your projects, they can stop you because you're in a high traffic drug area. They're allowed to.
Right.
Even though you live right there. Like, I got milk and I want to go to my house right there.
Right.
They can stop you and say, come here and frisk you. They're allowed to do that. Yeah. Now, that guy has a bag of weed in his pocket. He was just going to get milk. He wasn't really breaking the law. Just going to get a gallon of milk. Got caught with a bag of weed. Right? How many, if they stop 100 people a day in the projects, if they arrest 10, 90 people got their balls busted.
Yeah.
90 people just getting a gallon of milk or a loaf of bread got hassled because they live in a high traffic area, a drug area. That would not happen in Maywood for me. I will never have to worry about walking down the streets of Maywood and a cop being able to stop me just because I'm walking.
Right.
He doesn't have that law here because the cops and the government haven't deemed this a high crime area, but they've deemed the projects a high crime area. Wonder why that's a high crime area. Aside from there's a lot of crime there that have anything to do with the people being black that live there.
Yeah.
It gives them an excuse to frisk them. right? And hassle them. That is stuff that you won't see on the news. A guy's not going to call a reporter because he got thrown up against a car and searched and then let go.
Yeah.
But it happens every single day.
Yeah, but even back to the Colin Kaepernick thing, it's like, why do people get so angry at someone's right to protest?
Right.
It's like, why can't you just accept it?
Right.
Like, why can't you just accept his right? Well, I have my right to, it's my freedom of speech to go against his protest.
Dude, you ever watch the movie American President?
Not in a long time.
I loved it's a really good movie. I'm a sap anyhow for those type of movies. But he has a speech.
Uh-huh.
And in his speech, he says, he's like, the ACLU, he's like the guy he's going up against in the election isn't it's Richard Dreyfuss, and he's not a member of the ACLU. He's like, how are you not a member of, Civil Liberties Union, a union established to protect the rights of its citizens? How would you not be a member of that?
Right.
Be a politician. He's like, freedom of speech. Like his girlfriend got accused of burning the flag. He's like, I support freedom of speech. You have to be in this country. You have to be willing to yell at the top of your lungs something you believe in while someone else is yelling the opposite.
Yeah.
You have to be able to do. That's what makes this country beautiful. You have to let that guy spew shit you hate.
Yeah, I hate when they say like, "Oh, you made all that money in this country." That has nothing to do with it.
Yeah, he's not a house nigga that you get to control because you paid him.
Right. Oh, because you make a certain amount of money, then you got to shut up and take whatever the world gives.
That's what I said.
But actually, you should be speaking out because he should be, because he's a public figure. That's who we need to speak out.
Right.
People that, you know what I mean? Not like people like you and me.
People who have the spotlight. Not people who on Facebook who have 7 fucking friends and they're going live to tell us why Trump is awesome.
But it's almost like I know exactly who. Like when I see like Colin Kaepernick didn't sit for national anthem, it's like I can name every person that I'm friends with on Facebook who's going to hate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can name every one of them.
And they're bullshit. Like it's a disrespect to the troops. No, you just don't agree with why he's standing. You don't agree with his cause.
That's fine.
And you don't, and the fact that he's black.
Yeah, that's why it goes back to my original question. What's the proper way?
But a white, if let's just say Eli Manning.
Yeah.
The, retarded white guy of all white guys, right?
Yeah.
Or Peyton Manning. Or Tom Brady is always controversial. Let's just say Peyton Manning.
Right.
Walked out on the field and sat during the national anthem.
They'd go against him.
They would not go against him as much.
No. You don't think so?
No way. They may say, you know what they would say? It's disappointing. It's disappointing that Peyton disrespected our troops like that. I mean, Peyton's a great player, and I get that he believes in the cause, but it's disappointing. Not. Fuck him. He gets paid. He should shut his fucking mouth. That would never come out. Because it's a black person making a good living, they feel that they've let him do that. We gave you this, man. That is sick. That's a sick. We've given you some money, bro. Sit down, stand up, and put your hand over your heart. We're allowing you to live. That's
the same. Yeah, it's these same people that accept you should be lucky you even have a job. Like when they when pay raises don't happen in this country, and trillionaires make buying yachts but not putting the money down to pay their employees. Like you should just be grateful you have 2 jobs. Yeah, you should be grateful we let you work 3 jobs to make a living. Right. Thank you. We're it's like we're about to elect a guy who's like a ruler, who acts like a ruler. It's like we fought to get away from this horse shit. And you guys are letting it back in for I don't even know why. I can't even get why. It's like all these constitutionalists that are all about their fucking right to bear arms.
But it's a right to bear arms, but they don't have a right.
Talking to both sides of their fucking dumb racist faces.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't take it no more. Yeah. I feel like I'm about to, as the election gets closer to the end, I'm just going to, unload and just start really, because I'm I don't want to deal with it now, but I'm in the last couple of weeks, I want to deal with it. I'm just going to fucking post what I want to post.
Yeah.
I just don't know what the fuck you see in this guy. You can't vote for someone because you hate somebody else. That's a dumb reason to vote for somebody.
I don't know why what they see, and unfortunately, it doesn't matter what, it doesn't matter. The truth is,
they hate Hillary. That's why.
Yeah, I really truly believe that like what everyone has said, that Trump tapped into something that exists already, but it's a negative thing that exists. It's not a good, healthy thing. There's guys who you can right now go to any construction site. Some dude's going to be like, fucking black fuck down here. These fucking guys, they're animals. They take over. You give them a fucking projects. They shit all over it. That's how they think. Okay, so now Trump lays the same line on them, but in a almost like politically correct way, which it's not. But he pretties it up a little bit, and they come in with that's what we've been saying. We've been saying that, and that's all it is. He has stirred up something that they've already been saying their whole life. That's the problem. People on the Trump camp are like, we're just talking we know what the people want. We're talking to people who already exist. The sad thing is that they exist. That's what the sad thing is that those people are really already out there. He didn't create them. They've been there. Right.
And why do people get so mad if you don't agree with their political?
I hear you. That's what I'm saying.
They get so mad. It makes me mad that they get mad. That's what makes me mad. That you're mad at other... Like, I can't be like, how about instead of bashing the other person, you just tell me what's good about yours? You know why? Because there's nothing good about yours.
But even if there is...
There's nothing. He's got nothing.
Believe me, I believe that too. But we are all neighbors, man. We all are in this country together, man. And after the person gets elected, aren't we still supposed to be together? Or is it like, oh my God, I didn't vote for that guy. I guess I go to an island? I don't know what happens to me now. What happens to us that we don't believe in him? We're pieces of shit? I don't like that.
No,
I don't like that at all. That because you say, you know what, I really don't like Trump, I don't like what he's about, that I'm a piece of shit, and that I don't get that. And vice versa. I don't like Hillary. They don't like Hillary because she, whatever reasons they have for not liking her, that they're pieces of garbage. I don't like doing that.
Yeah.
We live together, man. No matter what the government happens in the government, in the White House, we still have to go to the store together, work together, live together, go to shows together. That's what we do. We function together. We're in the slave pile. We should try to get along. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. Listen, like I said, if Trump wins, whatever, I'm going to fucking enjoy the fucking free comedy show.
Right.
I don't believe the country's going to fall apart under Trump, do I? No.
No, I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't know. I don't even know why I give a fuck. That's what I'm mad at me. I'm mad at me for giving a fuck.
It's so much stuff out there that's like strikes every nerve in everybody. There's something out there right now that will make you go, what the fuck are you talking about? It's just something. Everything is so like emotional on every end of the spectrum that you can tap in and go, what? That's crazy. And find your own thing to harp on for an hour.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Wouldn't it be funny though, like if Trump wins and becomes the economy just the best president ever lived, just like I just said all that stuff to get elected, and then we're all like fucking wealthy and fucking.
Wall goes up with no problem.
I mean, it don't work that way. To be wealthy, you need poor people. It's just the way the world works.
That's the system built.
They said I saw on a show one time. Now I don't know the accuracy of this, but it was a legitimate show that said if you took the world's wealth, and evened it out to every human being in the world,
right,
we'd all be in poverty.
Yeah, right.
If you spread it evenly across,
right,
we'd all be dirt poor.
Yeah.
So to be rich, you need poor people. You need suffering.
It's a balance.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just with everything. It's just the way it is.
Just leave me alone. I just want to have my hammock, my Game of Thrones, my coffee, my fall breeze.
The system is built like that. So that's why you get like a third world country that they're not a part of the system. They can't get into the system. So they're the lowest of the low, right? We're not letting them in the system.
Yeah.
They don't even get in the system to try to work their way up some way. You know what I mean? It's like they've been left aside where the system is moving along without them.
Yeah, I can't take it no more, man. I can't take it. I need Bill Maher to come back. I love his show.
Next week, bro.
Is it next week?
Yeah, next Friday.
I hope. Good. I just miss having him on. Like, he's just, I don't know.
And then what's his name? John Oliver.
Love John Oliver.
After, I think.
Yeah, but fucking... 60 days away. 60 days. I'm glad I can't wait to watch the fucking election results come in now. I just want to see what the fuck happens.
Yeah, it's curious now, right? Yeah.
We're fucked. We have two unlikable people that nobody really likes. They both hover around 40-something%. Not even half the people like either one of these people.
Yeah, I know.
Neither one of them get to that number 50.
Yeah.
It's just such a disaster.
It sucks because you're right. Like this season,
I feel like my president will be running in 4 years.
Yeah, right. Absolutely, yeah. I mean, you look at it and you're like, we're not voting for, we're voting against.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're not voting for somebody. You're voting against somebody.
It's disgusting. And listen, I know my friends. I have friends that are voting for Trump. I know you're only voting for him because Hillary sucks. Right. I wish you would just admit that to me. Don't tell me that Trump's good. Don't tell me he's going to be good for the country. I won't. I'll tell you. I won't tell you Hillary's going to be good either.
Right.
But you got to tell me. I mean, Trump. If you're just all right. If we start the baseline that they're both liars.
Right.
They're both liars. All politicians are liars. Let's start that baseline. None of them's going to tell us the truth. Let's go on qualifications. He's not qualified.
Right.
And just admit that that he's not qualified, but you like him anyway. If you give me that,
right.
Just be honest. I think Hillary's a lying, scheming, doesn't give a fuck about anybody, but she's qualified.
Right.
It's a lie to me.
No, yeah. And
I feel like she has more experience to lie to me.
Yes.
They're both going to lie to me. I feel like she has more experience with the way government works.
Right.
They're both pieces of shit.
No, but she can play the game. And I know everybody's like, oh, we want somebody outside the box. But guess what? The system's not built outside the box. The system is a system in place.
Right.
Like if you ran a football team and you had a guy come in and is like, oh, he's going to be the head quarterback, but he loves to only throw Hail Marys. It's like, well, we need you to be able to hand off the ball too. No, but I'm really good at Hail Marys. Awesome. That's great. We're not going to need Hail Marys every play, though. We need you to hand off, learn how to do all the basics of football. I don't know the basics. Well, then we can't have you. We need the basics guy. We need a guy who can fucking play the whole game, not just one aspect of the game.
Yeah. Dude, Trump could win, though, man. No matter what that fucking guy says, his numbers don't go down.
Because the people he's talking to don't give a fuck what he says. They already agree. You're like, we get shocked. We get shocked. Like, did he just say that? And they're like, yeah, he fucking said it about time. They don't care. There's nothing. He's not rattling them. So
no.
I stopped 3 months ago, trying to make them see how fucked up he is. It don't matter.
No,
they don't see it.
You're not going to change their mind.
And I don't want to. I'll just say that I believe that Hillary is a fuck up, but she knows how to run the system better. Way better. The system.
Right.
She's also, if you look at her history, she has voted pro a lot of good things. She has helped women. She has helped children. She has done some political good shit.
Yeah.
And she has a record to prove that she's done some good things. He has no record of proof that he's done anything good ever. So I'm just going to go with the woman who, under control of the government, she's not going to be able to run. No one is. Obama wasn't able to run free. Fucking Bush was the only one really able to do whatever the fuck he wanted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But for the most part, everybody's controlled by their surrounding people. She's not going to be able to run amok.
No.
So she's going to be a politician, just like every other politician in that house.
Here's my prediction. Because I think these polls, they're keeping the polls tight to fucking
to make
keep
the race.
viewers.
Yeah, absolutely.
To make ratings.
Yeah.
Record, this will be the biggest record Hispanic turnout for a presidential election, and Hillary will win.
Yeah.
There's just, if they don't come out, they're dumb.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is your election.
Yep.
Hispanic people, the guy said it. The other guy said it. I'm deporting all of these.
Yeah.
All your families, they're gone. So if he wins, it's totally on you guys.
Yep, absolutely.
It totally is. There's not enough white people to elect him in this country.
Well, if all the white people voted, and they're not.
No, they're not. That's what I'm saying.
Got to, like, let's just say 50% of the women that aren't going to vote for him.
Right.
And that's a low number. Probably a lot more.
Yeah.
So let's go 50% of the women are definitely not voting for him. Right? Probably anybody in their mid-20s, in between 18 and 26, definitely not voting for him.
No.
You know what I mean? So what's he get? He gets the 40 to 60-year-old racist white dude. That's his fucking niche. He's got that, and there's not enough of them. Because if there was enough of them, Barack wouldn't be in the White House. You know what I'm saying? If there would be
right.
There were enough of them, he would have got shot his fucking first term.
Dude, she's the worst candidate. The Republicans, if they had anybody but Trump, she'd be toast.
Oh, yeah.
I bet Mitt Romney'd be like ahead of her right now.
Motherfuckers go up, and no, they couldn't. The Republicans couldn't get one of them.
But if they had anybody, she's such a loose, she's just a shitty candidate. I think anybody, she should be happy Trump's in. I feel like that's her only shot.
Yeah.
She'd get destroyed. If there was a rational policy person.
Let me ask you a question. If you think, like, say Cruz got the nomination, let's just say.
Yeah.
Okay? Do you think the Democrats would have gave Bernie the shot because Bernie would have beat Cruz?
No. Hillary's going to get the shot anyway.
Yeah.
They already had that. They already fucking connived that motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No, Cruz, I think, is just as... I don't think Cruz... I think if it... let me tell you something. Jeb Bush. If it was Jeb Bush, this would be a policy election.
Yeah.
Of, like, normal back and forth. Jeb Bush would have crushed her, I think.
Yeah.
I think people on the fence would have voted for Bush.
Yeah. Right.
I really do. I think if Jeb Bush was the nominee, he would have crushed her.
You don't think Bush, if they would have...
Because put it this way, the Trump supporters weren't going to vote for Hillary.
Right.
It wasn't like, it's not Trump, we're going to Hillary. That wasn't happening.
Yeah, right.
But there are Democratic people like me who don't really party affiliate.
You went to a different candidate.
Yes.
Right.
I was persuadable, but I can't go to Trump.
Right.
That's too much for me. Too much for me.
Yeah.
If I vote at all.
Right.
If I vote at all, I'm not voting for him.
Right.
I just can't.
Yeah.
I can't. Listen, all I have is what you say.
Right.
And I'm not liking what you say.
Yeah, because he doesn't have a record to look at.
And
right?
you're a liar, too. Like, I get
he
Hillary's a liar, but you're a liar, too.
He doesn't have any public records for us to look at his voting. Nothing. So we can only take his word. And his words are horrific.
Yeah.
So Hillary has lied, but she also has a record that we can look at to see where she stood in a lot of things.
Yeah.
Some of the things we don't agree with, some of the things we do. You have no record. You just talk a lot. We don't, and everything you say is fucking insane.
I can only go by what you say. Just like when Chris Christie was running for governor of New Jersey. He's like, I hate teachers. I hate public workers.
Right.
I want them, so most of my family's teachers, a lot of my family's teachers and public workers.
Right. Yeah,
so I can't vote for a guy who's publicly saying, I want to take the jobs of your whole family.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Or reduce their benefits. So it's like, no, well, sorry, but I can't vote for you, man.
Right.
Because you want my family homeless, apparently.
Yeah. Right.
Sorry, Fatso. He still got in, and I'm waiting for his heart attack. I rarely wish bad things on people, but I despise that fat man.
Yeah.
Him and Rudy Giuliani, those are two people that can't die quick enough for me.
Yeah, it's so fucked up because Rudy, at the time of being a mayor and the big 9/11, all of that stuff, like you seem like, but once you get to his real, like his national agenda, you're like, holy fuck.
And he's an opportunist, man. He's really milking that 9/11
Oh,
mayor. Dude, you walked around fucking, get the fuck out of here. I don't like him. I don't like him.
Yeah.
I don't like him at all. Him and his dumb teeth. Fucking, ugh. Fucking, I can't. But what I do know is I have to pee. And we're 2 hours into the podcast.
2 hours in.
But it was a good podcast, I think.
It was.
Talked about everything.
Everything.
And I got to go to get Cody's medication. He's got a little parasite.
Oh, okay. Poor guy. So, does it affect him at all or no?
It doesn't seem to be. We went hiking today. It was fine. But
okay.
I got to get some medication for him.
Okay.
It's something called Coccidia. It's from you can get it from other animals' poop.
So he must have ate some shit when he was out there?
Probably, but I don't know if you've ever been to a dog park. It's like a candy bar factory for all these dogs.
I know. Ugh. What the fuck?
Well, that's from people not picking up after their fucking dogs.
You know what, though? I get it. But come on. Cody, we treat Cody like he's part of the family. He's a human.
Yeah.
Listen, nobody else is eating shit. Pay attention. None of us are eating shit.
That's Cody. Dude, when we get treats in Bark-Box, we smell them to see if we know he'll like them. But oh, this smells like it's rotten. Oh, he'll love it.
Really?
If it smells like sweet, I've got been to the pet store where I have these cookies with thing on them, all sweet. He's like, yeah. you hand them some sort of jerky that smells like it came out of Satan's asshole.
Yeah, he's all in.
He'll grab it, leave the room, and make love to it for an hour. He's just the nastier the better. This fucking dog. So that's that. So what do you got? What do you got this weekend, bro?
Nothing. I got Wednesday Greenwich, and that's it. I got nothing this weekend. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I might have fucked up and forgot to put something on my calendar. But as of right this second, I don't have anything.
Yep, I got nothing either. So you guys can't come see me anywhere this weekend.
No.
But the following week, I'll be at Greenwich. The 20th. I'll be at Greenwich Village Comedy Club and the Village Lantern. 8 o'clock, Greenwich Village. 10 o'clock, Lantern. And then remember to go to my Facebook page and look for my link for the Myeloma Walk. If you can donate anything, if you can walk with us, that'd be cool. And then the end of the month, the Stitches, All in Our Heads podcast, guys.
Nice.
Gonna be at Stitches, man. If you live in PA, come to Lancaster.
Yeah, man. Come on.
You got to. You got to come see us live if you haven't yet.
Absolutely.
Even if you have yet, come see us again. Motherfuckers. How's that?
There you go. There's a way to promote.
Right. So our numbers went up good. Our numbers are coming up and staying steady up. It's nice, man. Getting more downloads. I think it's people are digging it. People say
like
they
the clamor thing too. I like doing that clamor.
Clamor's good, man. I think that's getting us some listens, and people say they feel. Someone said we feel like you're hitting your stride. Feel like you guys are really getting it together. The show's really consistently good and natural. Good. So fucking A.
Yeah, I'm having
fun
doing it. We're doing good.
Yes. So people, go to iTunes, comment, rate the show. You can listen on iHeartRadio, wherever you listen to. Tell people about it. Help us get more listeners. So we'll see you next week. Go to MikeGaffneyLive.com for his future shows and JoeFernandez.net. And you've been listening to All in Our Heads.